To launch bWizard, you can select the icon that you see here if it's on your desktop, or you can go to the Start menu, look under your Vericut version, CG Tech Utilities, and select Batch Wizard. Once we launch this, we're going to need to populate a path for the working directory, so I'm going to copy one here. I'm going to launch bWizard. I put a shortcut in my folder for this demonstration. Hovering over the icons, you can see what each one does. This one here is my working directory, and I will populate that with the path that I copied. That's where I'll put and get files from, or at least give me the short path to the other folders that I will use. Here I'm going to select Edit, Add. My first operation, I'm going to use Vericut. That's what utility I want to run. And I'm going to use Batch. I'll talk about Batch P on the next test. And I'm going to add that as my option. Next, I'm going to select VCP equals so that I can get my Vericut project. If you notice, if I try to add it, it tells me I need to go make a selection here. So I'm going to hit the folder. I'm going to browse to test 1. And I'm going to select the test1.vc project. Hit the arrow, and now it's added to my options. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to save a VC review file, but in case I didn't have that toggled on in the project, I'm going to select IP review, and I'm going to turn it on here as an option. Next, I'll browse and save the review file. I'm going to give it the name test1.vc review, and I'm going to add that. And then last, I'm going to create a report. If I didn't have a template in there or I wanted to change it, I could make that selection as an option. Here, I'm just going to save the test1.pdf. I like PDF because that gets stored in your VC review file. I hit next, and now I'm ready to go create my second operation. It's also going to be using Vericut. On this one, I'm going to select Batch P. What Batch P will do is it will actually launch that project once it's completed batching. I'm going to browse down and select the Vericut project file. Go to Test 2, select that project. Add that as the option. And on this one, I'm going to create an IP file. So I'm going to go grab the IP EOF equals on, which will do it at the end of the file. Then I'm going to select the IP file, browse to the folder, and I'm going to give it a name. In this case here, I'm going to call it test2.ip. And I'm going to add that as an option. Now, if I wanted to create a report file, I could do the same thing. I would go back to report, and I would browse, give it a name, which would be test2. And I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes here. I'm not actually going to create the report on this, but it would be the same procedure. And the reason I'm saying that is because if you notice when I go back, I'm not going to select the arrow to add it as an option. So now I can hit next, and I'm finished. I select OK. Now I need to go save this batch routine. So I'm going to call it bwizard underscore test1 and test2.vcs, which is the extension. Once I've done that, it populates it up here at the top, and I can select run. You'll notice that it highlights the one that it is actually executing, and you can see that information down in the bottom section of the window. Now we're on the second one, and once that one's complete, it will actually pop up on the screen because I used the batch P, which we can see the project has opened up here, and this is the test2 project. Now from here, if I had enabled review, I could go back and review the file in Vericut, or in this case here, I can hit reset and just play and watch Vericut run. Now if I go to the folder here, I can see in test1 that I created a PDF and a test1 VC review. If you have that set up so that you can double click on your VC review, it will open up your reviewer and you will see the saved review file. Here I can play back and forth, add material back and forth, or just play through it. Additionally, I added the report in here, so if I click on the report, it got stored with the VC review file. And here's the information that was in the report. We can see that it was test 1. And that was it. So for more information on the batch wizard, you can locate the batch help right here in the batch wizard.